Okay, so my fourth question is, 4. If f of x is equal to this equation, then find f prime of x. So you're basically taking the derivative of this. Okay, so first thing that you have to do is, okay, so this is a derivative. When you take the derivative, it's like dx, like cancels out the, cancels out this into integral. So this is canceled. So what you do is you plug in this x squared in for your t. So f prime of x is equal to cos x squared, can't forget the extra squared, and then the derivative of the, you multiply by the derivative of the x squared, which is 2x. So then you get your f prime of x is equal to cos x to the 4th times 2x, which is equal to 2x cos x to the 4th, and that's your derivative. Yeah. Okay, so my fifth question is, use the trapezoid rule with n is equal to 4 subintervals to approximate this integral, and then find the error in the approximation using the error formula for the trapezoid rule. Okay, so the first part is to use the trapezoid rule to approximate the area under that curve. Okay, so trapezoid rule is this. This is your trapezoid rule. B minus A over 2A, multiplying your, plug in your x for the first one, and then you multiply by 2 by the second for the middle ones until you get to the last one. Yeah, okay. So they're telling you that you have 4 subintervals from 0 to 7. 0 to 7. Okay, so you need to calculate how much distance you need to put in between. So to do that, you do 7 minus 0 over 4, and you get 1 over 3/4. This is your dx, this is your interval. This is how much it's changing. So then, since there's 4 subintervals, I separated it by the 1 and 3/4. So 0, 1 and 3/4, then you have 3.5, 5.25, and then your 7. So that's your 4 subintervals. These are the numbers that you're going to plug into our equation. So yeah, b minus a over 2n, 7 minus 0 over 2 times 4. Because, yeah, n is your subinterval, and then you got to write this all out. I'm going to pause. Okay, yeah. So what I did was I plugged in my numbers, f of 0, 2 times f of 1.34, 2 times f of 3.5, 2 times f of 5.25, and then your f of 7, which you don't multiply by 2. So then you get 7/8 times, you plug this in to get your values, and then your values are 0 plus 2 times negative 9.18.75, if you can see this, there we go, and then plus 2 times negative 12.25, and then your 2 times negative 9.1875 plus your 0. Again, you are just plugging these into the formula that they give you, which is right here, this x squared minus 7x. And then these are the numbers you get. Okay, you can simplify these even further, so I'm going to simplify those real quick. Okay, you're simplified down to 7/8 times negative 18.375 plus negative 24.5 plus negative 18.375. Yeah, okay. And then you just add these 3 up together and you multiply it by 7/8. You get 7/8 times. Okay, you get 7/8 times negative 61.25, and then that will get your negative 53.5938, which is rounded to the nearest thousandth. Yeah. 10,000th actually. Okay. Next, we need to find the approximate error using the error formula for the trapezoid rule. Okay, so finding the error, the approximate error, there's a formula, and it's k times b minus a squared all over 12 times n squared. Error. Okay, so we need to figure out what our a, b, and our n is. Our a is going to be 0. That's where we're starting off. That's our a. Okay, our b is equal to 7. Again, that's given in the formula. And then our n is 4, which is given in the formula. Okay, to find your k, you need to take the second derivative. So, of your equation, which is x squared minus 7x, f prime of x is equal to 2x minus 7, double prime x is equal to 2. Okay, so the k has to be the 2 because it's always 2. There's not a formula, it's just 2. So your k is equal to 2. You use this k to plug in, so you get 2 times 7 minus 0 squared all over 12 times 4 squared. And then you just simplify this out. So 49 times 2, 343, I believe. Let's double check that. Okay, I wrote this wrong. It's supposed to be cubed. So yeah, 98 times 7 is 343. 16 times 12. I need to get. Okay. Yeah, 12 times 16 is 192. Okay, and then you have to multiply this 343 by this 2. And then you get 343 times 2 is 686. All over 192. You simplify this to get a number, and it is 3.5729. So this is your approximate error.